few minutes, the Police Service of Northern Ireland have confirmed those reports of shots having been fired in East Belfast this afternoon. I have to tell you that while we were covering the public disorder there, a number of officers on the ground did at one point advise us to take cover because there were reports of gunfire in the area of contention, and that was seemingly directed towards police officers from the Police Service of Northern Ireland, from loyalist protesters within the Lower Newtownards Road area. That is a very worrying development indeed, and will further, I suppose, give weight to the argument from senior police officers this morning that this violence is being orchestrated by some of the paramilitary groupings, and that it has the potential to be a very long night now on the streets of East Belfast.
And are we hearing anything more from the politicians? I know the First Minister commented yesterday calling the violence disgraceful.
Yes, Rachel, it is virtually impossible to describe the situation without one side or the other describing you as being partial or biased in this situation. Basically, what we witnessed with our own cameras this afternoon was that a very large loyalist protest over the removal of loyalists of the Union flag from City Hall in the city centre this afternoon was tense but peaceful, and it's whenever the East Belfast contingent of that protest were making their way back home, there was an exchange of missiles between nationalists living in the Short Strand and loyalists who were taking part in that protest. Police then moved in to push the protesters further up the Lower Newtownards Road. They accused the police of brutality, and that's what resulted in the clashes between loyalists and the police. But of course, politicians are absolutely pleading with the loyalists involved in the violence to pull back. They say this is not the way to further their cause. This is not the way for them to express their view over the restriction on the number of days the flag flies on City Hall.
And David, what has this meant for the people of Belfast who've just been trying to get on with their lives over the past month?
Well, again, because of the tension within the community at present, Rachel, many of the traders are reluctant to raise their heads above the parapet to tell you how they're actually being affected by this. But just this afternoon, one prominent trader in Belfast city centre tweeted that he had lost another 2 hours of vital business during the lunchtime rush hour on a Saturday with people in the town shopping. And so traders have been very significantly affected by that, and that's partly why politicians are encouraging the loyalists engaged in this activity to find another way to express their view without continuously damaging the image of Northern Ireland. This was the 5th consecutive Saturday of that large loyalist protest in the city centre, so it really is beginning to affect how business is operating there and affect people going about their weekend business each Saturday.